Hello, this is NPC Killer here, and this is Beard with me here. Go ahead and say hi, Beard.
Yo.
We're going to do a weekly blog thingamajigger, so we don't have a title for it yet, but we'll figure out something. So I guess...
I'm looped into this, I'm just putting that out there. I'm going to be completely talking out of my ass the whole time. That's your disclaimer. Deal with it.
Eventually, maybe we get special guests. Maybe we get Jay-Z on here.
Yeah, Jay-Z, that'll be one.
Okay, I guess the first thing that we wanted to go over was the iPhone that's coming out. What do you think of the iPhone? Since you're the one that's going to be, answering everybody's phone calls.
I hate the iPhone. I don't understand it. I don't understand why people want it. It's the same piece of crap every year that they put out, and this time it's going to be one in plastic and one with a slightly modified fingerprint scanner and a better camera. And that's really the only difference. I don't understand why people have to have one every year. I don't know electronic cigarette. I've been looking for it this entire time.
Yeah, I don't understand either. I won't go to Apple products, but like I said, you're the one that's going to be answering all the calls. So if you get Beard, give him a hard time, because he's obviously going to answer the phone. Thank you for calling AT&T. This is Captain Blackbeard. How am I going to help you?
For the record, I'm pretty sure I signed something that says I'm not supposed to talk about that, so I'm not going to talk about that portion of it. What I can say is that you are not upgrade eligible. You're just going to have to deal with it, or choose a different phone other than the iPhone.
But I want the iPhone! This is not fair! Why can't I get an early upgrade? I just bought the phone yesterday.
You just bought it yesterday, you should bloody return it. You got a 14-day return period.
I'm not that smart.
Noticed.
Alright, so I guess the next topic here is one that, Beard is super excited about. Would be the Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yes, Grand Theft Auto 5, I can't wait, and people keep reminding me. I would like to point that out there.
I don't know who that would
go.
be. I don't know who that would be.
You go quite literally, and you were chopping up. I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna shut up.
Grand Theft Auto 5, it's going to be great, yeah. You know what? It should be on PC. I hope they produce it on PC, because that would just be awesome. But, they're supposed to.
I certainly hope they do. I'm going to end up buying 2 copies. I already know that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to buy one for PS3 because, well, I have to have it when it comes out. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
I have to buy one, of course, when it comes out on PC. So it's kind of a bummer that I'm going to end up buying 2 copies, but it is what it is. I love Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. So, Grand Theft Auto looks like it's going to be good. It's based around, from what I understand, an older one. But either way, I'm going to get it just because I've been a big Rockstar fan anyway.
The thing is, I love San Andreas, and then they came out and they came out with Grand Theft Auto 4. And Grand Theft Auto 4 was good. It had new mechanics, new engine, completely new everything about it. The problem is they stripped out the things that a lot of gamers love. So, I mean, you play through the gameplay, rather. You get through the gameplay, and you're like, well, that was fun. What else is there to do? Oh, right, I can paint my car. And what is that?
That's it?
Noxious.
Yeah. I guess I'm just excited. I haven't read too much about it, so I'm just excited it comes out. I would definitely be getting it just as soon as it hits PC. So, one thing I am excited for, and I know Beard is definitely excited for it, because his library is about to get way big, is the Steam Share. The Steam Share, I guess, I haven't read too much about it either, but they're going to be allowing, you to share your Steam account with other people so they can play as long as you're not both playing the same game at the same time. So, what's your thoughts about that?
My thoughts are talking to me?
Yeah, who else would I be talking to?
I don't know. You got like 7 personalities in your head.
Only on... Yeah, your point.
My point is you could have been talking to one of them. I thought that was fairly obvious.
Well, what's your opinion about the Steam Share? You like that? You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. I mean, I think it is going to cost them a little bit of money, so I don't understand exactly how they're doing it. But again, it is Steam, so...
Yeah, they don't care. Wonder if they're going to make a Borderlands 3.
Yeah, I think it's going to take some time before they can make a Borderlands 3, don't you? I mean, they're not just going to come out with it tomorrow.
Really? Because look at freaking Activision and, you know, Infinity Ward. They produce something every 6 months.
Yeah, that they do, but I don't think this team's going to be quite as bad as that. I think they're probably going to milk it out for Borderlands 2 a little bit longer, and then they'll start production on 3, and that'll either take a year and a half to 2 years to complete, and then about 6 months of marketing, and then boom, it'll be released. And then they're probably going to milk that out for like another year or so, year and a half, and then at which point, from there, I think it's just pretty much they're going to move on to something else.
Borderlands 5.5.
I don't think it's going to be like Borderlands 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think they're going to stop at 3. I really don't project they're going to go too much further. And I really hope that they put out one more. But that's all I really want, is just one more Borderlands. I think this game has been especially a great learning experience from them, from their customer feedback and everything. And they've kept a lot of hot patches and stuff, a lot of things to fix. Especially with Claptrap and his birthday. I hate that mission.
Can I ask you a
I liked
question?
it at first, but I hate it now.
Why are you standing up?
Because I'm standing up. You got an issue with that? I got a kind of contract to look into this thing or something?
Yeah, you do.
Forgot about that. Okay, so are we, like, officially recording again, or what are we doing?
We can officially record again.
Okay, that works.
So, I have no clue where we left off at, though.
Me neither.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go into, well, how was your week?
How was my week? Well, I worked 4 days, 10-hour days, well, 11-hour days when it's all said and done. An hour if it's not paid for, and it kind of sucks.
You get to work 11 hours and you only get paid for 10. Awesome. Anything exciting?
Not really. Same old, same old.
Come on, give the YouTuber something.
Well, if I would have brought, my little notebook with me and decided, okay, you know what, I'm going to go to work this week, I'm going to find something exciting to talk about, I'm just going to mark down things, underline them, yeah, that'd be great, it would work out fine, cool. Problem is I didn't, so I don't really have anything interesting this week other than I went to work, I think I took a piss there, got something to eat, worked some more, and came home, and I did the piss about 4 times.
And how does that make you feel?
Back to this now. See, I'm not falling for this. I'm not laying down on this couch this time.
But Mr. Beard, you need to follow the program. You need to keep your rage in check.
My rage in check. Have you seen my wall? Kept in check.
No, it's not. There's 6 holes in it.
No, not anymore. Thank you very much. We patched a couple of them. There's only 1 hole left.
Would you run out of freaking drywall?
I just got lazy.
I was gonna say, I took a whole bunch of freaking drywall.
Yeah, we got more drywall. We got enough drywall to patch it. Well, maybe. The one's kind of a big hole.
It's like half your fucking wall.
Yeah. It's a crater.
Yeah.
Well, it was either that or kill the dog, so I'm still living.
Yeah, I could see that.
I can fix the wall.
Only so many times.
Definitely eventually.
Well, yeah, I can see that. Well, my week was unexciting. We, put new bowls on the line, which, woohoo. They're a pain in the butt. I got a new mattress, got rid of my other one. My stupid futon mattresses, got a blow-up mattress. I mean, just unexciting crap. There was nothing really exciting about it.
How does that make you feel?
Well, I wish I had a more exciting life. It could be better. I could be jumping off of cliffs, but I'm not. Quit. I got 3 dogs.
We got 2.
In an 80-foot house.
I got an 81-foot house. Mine's bigger.
Mine's wider.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Alright. So, like, if you had to choose pirates or ninjas, which one would you choose and why?
I definitely have to choose pirates.
And why?
Pirates are awesome. That's why. And you know what? In a fight, the pirate is going to be far more used to nighttime. They're always out there at night. I mean, ninjas are kind of out there at night too, but they're mainly in street lights, that sort of thing, waiting to pounce on somebody, just hiding in the dark spot, looking at the light. So, pirates, they sail the seven seas. Rape, steal, plunder, doesn't matter. They don't have any morals, alright? They're going to do what they want to do.
No rules.
Self-serving. No morals. Pirate doesn't have too many morals.
They don't.
Right. As we're the ninja, he's got to uphold his moral code, and let's face it, the person who doesn't give a shit and is just self-serving versus the person who's all high and mighty and got to abide by a certain moral set of code, gonna lose.
You know, there was a case, there's a case where, sometimes in the 2000s, I think it was, but there was actually a pirate sighting, and they tried to take over, like, a U.S. government ship. Like, let's plunder the U.S. government ship full of soldiers. Yes! With 10 of us. Let's go. We're doing this. We're on our way.
Pirating only really worked, before we got assault rifles. Downhill pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, when you're facing down a freaking cannon that could blow up, another ship the size of that one, and you're on a speedboat, and you're heading towards a U.S. government ship, it kind of puts a damper on your whole thing.
Well, I just hope they miss.
They're trying to take over a small ship or a small city on the water, and with a speedboat. They're just gonna take it over. We're just gonna take it over. We can do this, guys. Could you imagine giving those other 9 people the pep talk to do that? All right, guys.
They're pirates.
All right, guys. We can do this. I know the ship's big. The ship is big, and it's got big guns, but I got the plan. We're gonna go beside it, and then we're gonna climb up it using this rope. This rope right here. All of us. At one time, we're gonna ambush these 200 people. All at once. We can do this. We have the power. We use smoke bombs. Let's go! By the way, they probably smoke too much freaking weed to even attempt it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Or
they want to be sober for the attempt, really.
Yeah, but they didn't think it very
success
through.
When you're sober.
Yeah, but they didn't think it through. They couldn't have.
Well, now, pirates, see, you have to have your liquid courage, so they're probably drunk, not high.
Yeah, but this is, the 21st century.
Oh, still have alcohol.
Yeah, but they're probably going to be high, too.
Why do you assume that they're high?
Because
I can safely assume that they're drunk because they're pirates, but you're automatically assuming they're high because they're pirates, and that doesn't make any sense.
Because they're taking on a government ship the size of a city. They have to be high. Even a drunk person wouldn't do that.
Okay, so you smoke a little bit of weed, and then what you do? You just kind of chill out, and you're like, nah, man, I don't feel like doing it today.
Maybe not weed. Maybe they was snorting coke. I don't know.
Now, cocaine, I'll give you some legitimacy there. That's entirely possible.
They're just doing it really, really fast.
Cocaine will get you ready for the day. It'll just get you ready to sit down.
Yeah, it will. So, going to work today, I heard on the news about this chick that was like 300 pounds giving people massages. And she started doing this because she did her whole schooling thing, and she was denied a job, so she started doing it in her house, charging like $300 an hour. She's doing it with her breasts. She's got like 32 double N's or some shit like that.
Those are pretty big.
A quote that was in the little news thing was, she has to keep an eye, because she does the slider massage too, where she lays on top of you and moves around because she's all oiled up and shit, which kind of gives you a nasty image. But
Definitely.
She has to keep an eye on their fingers or their hands and feet just to make sure she didn't kill them.
Wow.
And people pay $300 an hour for this.
Oh, that's a big woman.
Is a 300-pound woman. Yeah, it is huge.
A whole lot of woman.
It's a whole lot of woman. A whole lot of woman I don't want on top of me.
Great.
At all. At all.
Oh yeah, I definitely have to agree to that. Do not put that much weight on top of me. I will suffocate.
Yeah, forever. I'll just be dead. Even with the little donut hole.
But when you weigh twice my weight, laying on top of me, that's not good.
Not good at all.
Break your bones, man.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun, but I only got a busted collarbone and 3 broken ribs, fractured fibula, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Screw it. Whatever.
That was best $600 I ever spent.
$300 an hour would be 2 hours of that. Could you imagine 2 hours of that?
Well, no, see what it would be is an hour for on top of you, and then another hour for them to bring in the crane.
Yeah. Unless she rolls off, because she is oiled up.
Yeah, that's true. Oil helps. I have to use a lot of oil.
Yeah. You're gonna have to use a lot of something, because that's rough.
Get some WD-40, that'd probably work pretty good.
That's a penetrating oil. I don't know if that's really actually good for you.
I don't know if being crushed to death by a 500-pound lady is good for you either, so... If you're gonna do it, WD-40. Do it right.
Yeah. So, definitely, that was in Georgia somewhere, so I'm not going to Georgia anytime soon. So I'm pretty sure I'm good.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure you have to volunteer for that anyway.
Yeah, but if she just happens to, like, sit on you by accident, that'd just be bad. That'd be real bad if she just, like, backed up and sit down on you. You didn't volunteer for that one, and it might be just wide enough you can't get out of the way.
Entirely possible. I'm pretty sure I'd move. I'm pretty quick when it comes to large objects falling on me.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not even human, it's just an object.
Yeah, but what if she shifts weight in her butt cheeks? You clip a butt cheek.
Well, what you do is you separate the cheeks and get some real nasty air.
Yeah. I don't know if there would be air there.
There's got to be some air trapped in there. It's not the best air you want to breathe.
So, yeah. Today being September 11th, all the phone companies went out and, like, did their little tweets. Well, AT&T did one with a picture of, like, the Twin Towers in the background, and in front of it, it was a phone with the picture of it behind it, and people got, like, super offended.
Yeah, people get offended too easily. I mean, even if you look at, like, deathclock.com, you ever read the comments on that? People are like, oh, no, this is the devil.
Yeah.
Sicko person. It's like like some 17-year-old kid in his mom's basement that made that, probably.
Probably.
He just did an algorithm. People should be like, oh, well, that's actually pretty intelligent. It's intelligent to be able to do that at that age, especially at that time frame. Technology. And it's just a joke.
Yeah, it's just like the people getting, all upset and bent out of shape because Tiny Tina spoke Ebonics. Yeah.
Right.
That made her awesome. A little white chick speaking Ebonics was just hilarious.
Right, like this is more like a dialect. I mean, anybody can use it.
Yeah, it's not limited to just, as they said, black people. That was the whole thing, that's racist because it's a white chick speaking Ebonics, and apparently it's not supposed to be. White chicks are not allowed to speak Ebonics.
Like I said, it's not a white thing, it's not a black thing, it's a cultural thing.
Exactly. It's just, wherever you grew up at. And her being grown up in, the wastelands of Pandora, maybe that's where she got it from. Maybe she got it from Roland.
Maybe it was Hammerlock.
It could have been Hammerlock.
How could it have been Hammerlock?
You don't know what happens in the cutscenes. The time
I
you're running.
watched them.
The time you're running around on the map, how do you know what's doing? They could be shacked up somewhere, and he could be teaching her Ebonics.
Dude, she's like 12.
So?
Hammerlock's gay on top of that.
What does that have to do with being shacked up teaching Ebonics? I'm not saying he's shacked up with her. He's just in a shack teaching this little kid Ebonics.
I'm just saying you said shacked up. That's going to be perceived wrong.
Okay, well then, fine. He's in a shack teaching a kid Ebonics, or in her cave.
See, there you go.
But that's so much more to say.
Yeah, so say it.
I don't want to.
I'm pretty sure he did, so it's okay.
So, yeah. By the way, as soon as they release this beta for Steam share, we'll definitely be on it, and your library is going to get big.
Oh yeah, we still haven't really talked about that.
Yeah, I know.
It's supposed to be like 10 computers or something like that.
I don't know. I can look it up for you real quick. Might as well. I mean, seriously.
Are you at least using your video feed? Please tell me you're using your video feed.
Yes, I am.
Good. Not just mine.
I'm not afraid to be on camera.
I'm not a fan of being on camera.
I am. Okay, it says through a limited beta, according to Valve, friend play one another Steam game to earn their own achievements and keep their saves and application Steam Cloud. So you'll be able to keep your save games on your file on your Steam Cloud, not interfere with mine. I don't know. Oh yeah. Users can authorize their Steam accounts for sharing up to 10 devices at a time. Users cannot share specific games as libraries are shared and borrowed. Basically. Not all Steam games can be shared. These include games that require third-party key account and subscriptions. So there goes
EA.
Yeah, there goes all your EA, your Ubisofts, some of them.
And probably the Rockstars too.
Some of them, yeah. Well, yeah, because if you got to sign into the social network.
I mean, you don't absolutely have to, I don't think. You might for multiplayer now, though. I don't really multiplayer much. Only multiplayer on Borderlands 2. Other than that, single player suits me fine.
See, I'm just looking off the PAX information here. But I mean, it sounds like it's going to be good. Concerning download can have access to lenders' downloadable content, but borrowers cannot purchase DLC for the base game that they do not own. So you're going to be able to play, like, if I have all the DLC for, Borderlands and you don't have it, you can play off mine, but you can't buy the DLC on your PC if you don't have the game. So it's still not going to let you buy DLC for games you don't own.
Right. I'll still have to buy the game, which is fine. I mean, that's understandable. That's just sharing and ensuring that you still buy things that you have to buy, ultimately.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it. I really do. I mean, it's a great idea. I mean, I love the idea of this because if you can do 10 devices, so that's 10 different computers. So, I don't know. If it's the way I think it's going to be, if it's... Give me a second. Dogs are getting rowdy. So if that's going to be like 10 different people, that's going to be a lot of sharing.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a lot of sharing, so that's one of the things I'm a little concerned about. I think they're probably going to dial that number back, honestly.
Well, that's fine. Even if it's just like 2 or 3 people, will be fine.
Yeah, I mean, 10's a good number. I mean, especially if you have 2 computers, which I'm working on building one, and then I'll immediately pretty much have a second one, and...
Yeah, or, you live with your, your significant other, and they want to play a game too. That way you don't have to buy it twice.
Oh, yeah, true, but, significant other is a female and loves to game. Congratulations.
Yay! I've got one. Just not as good as, never be as good a gamer as I am.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've only been playing them since childhood, so...
Yeah, she's only been playing them for, like, the last, year. But she digs Minecraft. Get it?
Yeah, got it.
Which we gotta get you on. We gotta get you on some Minecraft.
Yeah. Minecraft's good, but I don't want to, like, waste my entire life playing Minecraft.
You won't waste your entire life, just half of it.
Right, and I already wasted the other half at work.
So? I even got a count that you can borrow while Amber's not using it. Awesome.
Yeah, I think I should probably work towards something a little more productive. After Grand Theft Auto 5, though.
Yeah.
Want it?
Definitely.
You have to remind me.
That you want it?
Yep.
And Grand Theft Auto 5, it's out next week, right?
Yeah, it's out on the 17th.
That's next week, so that's 6 days. 6.
Yes. That's a lot of time.
That's awesome.
It is. It's going to be phenomenal. I think like these last few games they've done, like Red Dead Redemption, the whatever racing game they were doing, and L.A. Noire were just kind of like training for the Grand Theft Auto 5.
I hope they have the soft body.
Yeah, well, you bet they're going to have the soft body. It's going to be better.
Well, yeah, but I want the physics from like Mafia 2. Like just dialed down, more realistic physics. But, you know, where you have to fill up gas tanks, that's cool too. That is actually really cool.
I've never had to fill one up. Like, I filled them up, but I never had to.
Dude, I ran
destroy the car before I got to that point.
I ran a car around for about an hour, and then I had to get gas. Which is funny because they don't run out of gas technically, because you can still putt around at idle speed.
Still kind of cool. So if the cops are chasing you, can stop and get gas and get busted real quick.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, what was you saying? I'm sorry.
Don't remember. I want Grand Theft Auto 5. I remember that much.
Okay. Oh yeah, we was talking about the soft body and how we never had to fill up gas in Mafia 2.
Oh, right. Yeah. I don't know. I think I had a car for like 3 freaking hours because I was driving around doing something with it, like, some of the side quest stuff, and I never had to refill it.
I did. I had to refill it once, and after that, I mean, I never, like you said, you never hardly keep a car long enough to refill it. But on the upside, the cars in that game were freaking awesome because it was from that time frame, and those cars are just freaking lead sleds. So when they turn on the weather simulation mode, dude, it was freaking awesome because the car just slid everywhere.
Oh yeah, it did.
See, I want that part in Grand Theft Auto.
I think we're gonna have it. I just hope we have the snow like we had in
Yeah.
Mafia 2. Snow in Mafia 2 was amazing. And the trench coats.
Yeah.
Rocking the trench coats.
Rocking the trench coats.
Always gotta rock them trench coats, son.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, of course. And then, just to throw it out there, we are doing, well, not we, as in me and Beard. I am doing the public relations for, I got accepted for public relations for a game called Gladiators Arena. So I get to publish it. So I get to be their publisher, do the marketing, advertising, and all that crap. So I get all to do all that. How does that make you feel?
Yay.
That's exciting. And I'm doing game reviews now, and I got 2 requests this week to do games.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then if this kicks off, we'll have games and blogs. We'll have everything.
Games and blogs and guns galore, yay.
What other good games to come out?
I think my mind's still on Grand Theft Auto 5.
I know, because it's coming out next week in 7 days. 6 days.
So there's Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid's always awesome. They're gonna come out with like 1 or 2 of them. I haven't really followed it in a while. And I'm probably gonna pronounce his name wrong, so please don't take offense to this. This is David Hayter. I don't know. Anyway, is no longer going to be the voice of Snake, and that is very depressing.
Well, yeah.
I don't understand why they would not want to do that, unless they're going to use, like, I think his name was Richard Doyle, that they did in 4.
You know,
He did a pretty good job.
we need another good racing game.
Yeah, I haven't had one of those in quite some time. Dirt 3 is not bad, but
Dirt 1 was the
want more out
best.
of it.
I still think Dirt 1 was the best.
I still have not had a copy of Dirt 1 to play it long enough to really give it a good review on it.
Well, I'll get you a copy of Dirt 1 if I can find my books.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, I got 2 copies of those, so you might see us do that. Be multiplayer. But yeah, Dirt was pretty good. I didn't get to play the full version of Gran Turismo. I only got the prologue, and then I give it away. I sold my PlayStation, which is now going out.
Well, actually, I no longer have it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You sold it.
Yeah, he sold it to me, and then I used the living hell out of it. Got a computer, and I was like, well, I'll boot this up. I booted it up, and well, the RAM is just so crappy that I can no longer enjoy anything since I've now computer gamed. I can't go back. Once you go PC, you can't go back. That's just the way it is.
That's loud.
Vacuum?
Yeah.
Worst way to die and why? I think I hate drowning, really.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Like, when you just, like, choke on water, it's rough.
Right, like, if you've ever swallowed wrong, which I know they say you can't really do, but if you've ever done it, then you know it can be done, first off.
Yeah. AKA choke on water.
Right, so I would have to say that dying is definitely, dying by way of drowning, has got to be one of the worst ways to go, just because I think that would be the most miserable, and I really would hate to go that way. A lot of people say fire, but the sheer fact of the matter is from fire, most of the time you actually die from smoke inhalation, or at least pass out to the point where you're not feeling the pain from it.
Yeah.
It's a shitty way to go. I wouldn't want to go that way.
Freezing to death would be pretty bad too, just because you can't really do anything until you're numb, and then usually you're numb right before you die.
Yeah, but then it's almost like going to sleep. It's not nearly as painful.
Yeah, it's just cold as shit.
Inhaling a bunch of water. Like, I'd rather be asphyxiated. And I hate choking. I really do. Can't stand it. I don't like running. It pisses me off.
You don't like running because you haven't done it in 10 years.
Probably closer to 15 at this point, really. Yeah, let me think back on that. Yeah,
Since high school.
Yeah, it's like I said, it'd be about 10 years.
I'm gonna say, I've only been out of high school for 5.
Yeah,
We didn't have to take gym in the last 3 years, so...
You didn't, I did.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't run in gym anyway, screw that shit. Who runs in gym? Who plays sports?
Well, I did. I mean, I didn't have, like, a good mile average, but, they were trying to get me into cross country, because apparently I wasn't half bad of a runner. I just hated it.
Yeah, they did
Do
that.
that.
They did that shit to me too.
But, it was like a 7-minute mile, and I didn't work out or didn't run or anything, and then, like, the dude who was really awesome at running, because he did it for a living, had a passion for it and whatnot, he had, like, a freaking 5 minute and something.
Nice.
Crazy fast.
Yeah, I think my mile was 6 minutes. 6 and change. But again, I was young enough that I didn't give a shit then. But now I can't run a mile. If I had to run a mile, or die, I'd die. Because I'd run about a quarter mile and collapse anyway. And it's not like I'm heavy
I can run to my car, and my car can go a mile.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it's not like I'm heavy either. It's just I haven't run for so long that about a quarter mile is about as fast as I can get, or as far as I can get. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't tried in a while. You know I can jump out of the way.
Yeah.
That much I know. I can jump out of the way okay.
That's good.
Alright, after that. That's where my job is killing me.
Your job is killing you.
Like, I don't even eat at work. Like, I try to not eat at work just so I won't gain weight by sitting on my ass. Like, that's what most people do, just to, like, kind of pass the time. They just munch all day, and then, you know, a couple months later, they're 20 pounds heavier, and you're already overweight to begin with, and then a couple years later, they're just a blob.
They're leaking over their chair. Matt.
Yeah, well, actually, we had a guy, and I'm glad he's not on team. I'm not going to mention any names here, but he's really, really, really fat. Alright, I think he broke something like 12 chairs since he's been there.
Jesus Christ. And they're not like small chairs. They're relatively like expensive chairs too.
Like the idea was that fat people are going to sit in these.
Yeah.
So we're going to buy a little higher end of a chair. Now, it's still a fairly cheap chair.
But it's not like the $10 chair.
Right, it's not a $10 chair. They're relatively comfortable. I mean, I'd much rather have, a $200 chair from...
You would much rather put your freaking recliner in front of it.
I would love to put my recliner in front of it, man. I'm about the only dude there that could operate like that, too.
Really? Because people can't operate it with 2 screens.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't it funny how people get all chaotic when you just add one more screen to their daily setup?
Yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous.
It is. It's funny because they're like, "Oh my God, what do I do? There's a second screen. That's not enough. That's too much room." Like,
well, actually, one of the frequent questions was, and I'm not kidding on this, was, so I have 2 screens. Am I gonna have like 2 mice and 2 keyboards as well, or? What?
What?
Why would you have to... What? Like, you think you're going to have 2 computers that you're going to have to operate simultaneously, and that's supposed to improve your average handle time? Yeah, that makes sense.
No, it's not.
Would you think about that for 5 seconds?
On the upside, though, 2 screens is awesome.
Oh, 2 screens is awesome. I would love a third.
I know. I'm working on a third, but I got to get a bigger desk.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't help that I'm, packing 32-inch Samsungs.
Well, you know what? At least you don't have the desks like we have at work. I mean, those things are jam-packed in there.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
They are small.
I can imagine. But on the upside, my work's completely the opposite of yours because I walk 10 miles a day. And I get dirty. And I'm in the heat. And I'm lifting 150-pound molds.
And you're cutting in and out.
That's because of your vacuum.
Oh, yeah, probably. Frequencies, I'm screwing with it. Vacuum soon to over anyway. Where were we? On a topic of some sort at some point, sometime?
Oh, yeah. My job being the opposite of yours because I walk 10 miles, lift up molds, and get dirty. And in the heat.
Yeah, see, you got a job that's good and bad for the body. Like, your joints are going to be screwed.
All the cancerous dust I'm inhaling is probably going to kill me at, 32, 33-ish.
Yeah, but at least you won't be fat.
Yeah, I won't be fat. Which, I don't understand how them people out there are fat. I really don't. Like, we got some big people out there. And it is hot. It's like 90 degrees in there or higher all the time. And it's, massive physical labor for 8 hours to 12 hours. And these people are huge. I'm like, how are you this big? Do you go home and do absolutely nothing? At all.
I go home and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and you're not that big.
Right.
You're fat, but you're not that big. Porker.
Hey, you know what? Kroger says I'm still healthy.
Awesome.
And I'm not colorblind.
Awesome. But we do want to encourage people to answer the question of the week, which was what's the worst way to die and why, in the comments. That's what we want. Just like, subscribe, and do that. That's what we want.
Yes, like, subscribe, or don't. I really don't care. This is his thing. He's running the show, so.
I'm liking. I'm subscribing. He wants you to like. He wants you to subscribe.
Sure I do.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing we have to talk about is how Google's taking over the world.
Yes. See, here's what's going to happen for you who are fans of Resident Evil. Google is Umbrella. You just don't realize it at this point in time. I mean, seriously, try to get in contact with Google. You know what you can do? You can leave a voicemail, which does absolutely no good. If you'd like, I can look up the number and even provide it to you. But it won't do you any good. You really can't get in contact with Google. You can write them, you can email them, but you know what's going to happen? It's going to go right to an automated system which picks up on keywords and sends you back a response. So, what's going to happen, and they're starting to get more and more into this, is pharmaceuticals. Once they get into the pharmaceuticals, they're going to develop a T or a G virus or whatever, and the next thing you know, we're going to have zombies, and Google's going to be responsible.
And then we'll have to ask Will Smith for help.
Well, no, he wasn't really that good at it.
He found a
I mean,
cure.
Yeah, I have the alternate ending version, so you'll have to remind me. What was the real ending on that anyway?
The real ending was he found a cure, give it to, and pulled it out of the zombie that he cured. Give it to a lady. They escaped the vent. He blew everything up.
Oh, well, that was definitely better than the ending I watched.
What was the ending you watched?
It was a while ago. Let's see if I can remember. It was basically he didn't find the cure. And the zombie was mad at him and came down, and he like understood their lingo, and then they just kind of walked out, and like that was it. He was still there. Nothing had really happened or changed throughout the entire course of the movie, except his dog was dead.
Yeah, I think you're like thinking of a different movie because I don't.
No. I have this. It's on my hard drive. I ripped it at some point in time. I do have that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's been a rough week. It really has, guys. So we hope you enjoy our first, pod thing. We don't know what to call it, so whatever you want to call it. We were going to try to do this once a week, whether we do or not, dictates on what our real lives are like right now. They're not doing nothing. And keep an eye out because I will be publishing everything about Gladiators Arena. It's part of my contract, so if you want to know about it, it's going to be on my site or on my YouTube. And with that, again, we do want you to like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever. And definitely answer, what's the worst way to die and why. We will try to get some, other people on here. But if not, I hope this is entertaining for you. Anything you want to say, Beard?
Yes, I think I thought of a title. It is something, whatever, you know what.
Something, whatever, you know what.
Exactly, because we're just talking about random things here, right?
Yeah. Our weekly something, whatever, you know what.
Exactly.
I can go with that.
Exactly. I mean, you know what this is. I mean, if you've listened through to this point in time, you obviously know that we really are just talking to talk at this point. Filling up airspace, just fill up airspace, and again, I'm being hired into this, and I'm just not quite sure what. So, again...
He's got a legal binding contract.
Hey, I'm talking here.
No!
This is a post-video disclaimer. Spoiler alert, whatever. Again, completely talking out of my ass, so put that out there.
It happens. It happens. We do hope to get a guest in here. Do you know anybody that you want to get in here? Maybe Comfy Cheeks? Or, switch over to Uvu and go to get a bunch of people?
Well, I don't know, 89 might want to sometime. I don't know. Because we were thinking about doing something like this at some point in time, something, whatever, you know what.
89 would be a good one to get in here. So, yeah, 89 would be okay to get in here. Comfy Cheeks would be okay. I know a couple people. I'm sure I can talk to one of the polling people that I have that have really bad accents and barely can speak English. It's like talking to the ATT representatives.
Hey! Wait.
Thank you for calling ATT. How can I help you?
No, I feel that, okay, there's... I'm just putting this out there. There are a lot of the call centers in America. Here's the problem. If it's the first time you're calling in, they don't have a priority Uno queue or whatever you want to call it. So your calls are most likely going to be routed to the Philippines the first time. And this is the way it is. So after that, if you immediately call back in within 7 days, you're most likely going to speak to somebody who speaks English.
I go for calling ATT. How can I help you? No fault.
Not saying that I worked for anybody at any point in any time, but that's what I am saying.
You work for me.
Apparently.
And then you guys should really encourage, Beard to continue his gaming development career. That's what you need to do.
After Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's what you said after Borderlands.
Yeah, but then Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. How am I going to ignore Grand Theft Auto 5?
Like this. Look at that. Ignored.
I just heard Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what I heard. This game is amazing. You must play it. You must get it. It's going to be phenomenal. Hopefully you get those days off.
Yeah,
Put in for a request.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna like change your. They're gonna change your schedule around, and you gotta have to work the release date and the day after. And then
I actually already have to work the pre-order date. I am not happy about that.
You need.
And it is on Friday the 13th. What a horrible, horrendous day to launch a phone. Especially the iPhone. Friday the 13th. Isn't this supposed to be like a bad luck day?
It's supposed to be a bad luck day.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the first scheduled day I go back to work, and it's an iPhone launch.
Nice. You get to go back to work after, you know, a good couple days off and go back to the iPhone launch, which, by the way, is usually horrific.
Oh, not just usually, it will be horrific. It's going to be a horrible day to work, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm really not. Like, if I wasn't trying to do something other than being on the phones right now, I would totally call it off. Like, just being honest, I absolutely would. But trying to be
a good employee.
Good employee, get good show rate and all that jazz, and kind of had a screw up last month that I have to compensate for, so I can't call off on the iPhone launch. Plus, I'm pretty sure my supervisor would know why I was doing it and call it behavioral, and then I'd get a verbal, and I don't want that on my record either.
He is leaving because Grand Theft Auto 5 released today. I've got to go home. It's like my dad dying. You know what? It's just there. I gotta go. I should get time off for this. I should get time off. I should get paid time off to play Grand Theft Auto.
I have paid time off saved up. I put it in 2 weeks early. They still have yet to approve it.
Maybe you can get your supervisor to override it.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be done through my schedule, because if you were hired in early 2011, good luck getting that to work, because it's just not. Something about being hired in 2011 that's an issue. Don't really get it. Everybody else, it'll just automatically deny them. For me, it won't approve or deny or do anything. It'll just be like, hey, thanks for submitting.
Yeah, congratulations. It's there. We see it. We just don't care.
Right, I'm just not going to do anything about it. Inform you, deny you, accept your request. There, big one. That ain't never going to happen.
Alright, well, we got to come to a close here, so say goodbye.
I don't want to.
I know you don't want to. It's fun. We'll have another one next week.
Yeah, now, see, I'm going to be playing Grand Theft Auto 5 next week. I mean, I could do this while playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and just commenting on how awesome the game is, because it will be, and you need to get it.
Right, when it comes out to PC?
It's going to be phenomenal, I guarantee it.
How are you going to play it if you don't have a PlayStation 3?
Jay has a PlayStation 3, I'm going to rob his PlayStation 3.
But he's going to be playing it.
No, he won't. Because I'll be having his PS3, that's what's going to happen.
You should update and, you know, get it for PC.
I will get it for PC when it comes out for PC. I'm already telling you this, man.
Maybe.
I gotta see, get a graphics card. And...
You know what you should do? You should open up your own YouTube account instead of robbing mine.
Robbing your YouTube account? I'm not even using your YouTube account.
You're on it now.
Well, yeah, because you wanted me to do some recording. What is this? You don't want me to record on your channel anymore? Okay, that's fine.
You should get one of those game recorders and record your gameplay and put it on YouTube. Do walkthroughs.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get a sound card before that. Because I have a 5.1, and it sounds great, don't get me wrong. Love 5.1. Problem being is that my speakers don't actually... They're not the right speakers that the sound's coming out of, basically. So, like, the center is coming out of, like, the back left. I have no idea why it's doing that.
Maybe because it's
a Gigabyte motherboard.
You know what? Don't be dissing my gigabytes.
I'll be dissing your gigabytes.
It worked great until you got it.
Yeah, it worked great until somebody actually investigated the part and what's causing all the issues. That's besides the point.
It wasn't mine anyway, so... Mine works fine now.
It's always mine. Was never anybody else's. Figure window. Stephen King and whoever the production company was. Copyrights.
Really?
What?
You want to fight?
Fight over what?
Dude, I'll get out the Nintendo and we'll fight.
What are we gonna fight over? I mean, what Nintendo for more? I mean, you want to get the first Nintendo out, the old school Nintendo?
Oh yeah, that's the one I got. We're gonna get the NES.
NES, man, that is what I'm talking about.
Duck
You can get
Hunt.
a cartridge to read.
I can get a cartridge to read.
Oh yeah, yours. You got that replaced, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the modified reader.
Nice.
Yeah, so all my cartridges read. They don't even have to be pushed down. You just push them in, and they read.
What are we gonna do battle on?
Duck Hunt, because that's all I got.
Oh, you're gonna kill me on Duck Hunt.
Yeah, I've seen how the Duck Hunt guns don't work on these screens.
Actually, bet you on a CRT screen, I can beat you
Probably.
on Duck Hunt.
Only if you shoot it in a mirror.
Ah man, no, that trick too. That's exactly what I was gonna do. Put the mirror over and over again. Get all these sucks.
That's such a weird hack too. It's just weird how it works.
I mean, you're not really playing the game at that point, so it can't really be that much fun.
Yeah.
Like, yay, I'm winning.
Yeah. Click. I mean, Duck Hunt wasn't really that popular, or that fun of a game anyway. It was interesting, and then it pissed you off because the dog would laugh at you every time you missed.
Oh, I hate that dog. Oh no, at first it was funny, a little dog pops up and laughs at you. Yeah. They're doing that when you're on like round 30. Getting these ducks and you miss one and it just kills your score right there. This little dog comes up and
Die!
I want to load a whole freaking clip into that dog. Sometimes too many and I miss my first bullet on the next round. Because you shoot that stupid dog.
You get 1 out of 3 shots. You guys shoot 3 ducks. You already missed 1. You're already pissed off about that. The dog's laughing at you about that too.
Yeah, then he comes up again because you missed again. Never ending process. I hate that dog.
Oh yeah.
Slash that dog's throat.
Cut off its pixelated ears.
I'll cut off his pixelated ears and I'll stuff him in his pixelated little mouth.
All right, we gotta go here. So have a good night, YouTube. Say goodbye,
Yes.
Beard.
Bye.